The other day, I found a meme on Instagram and I immediately screenshot it and sent it to my friends. And here's what it said. It said, I just turned off the news and I put on a serial killer documentary to relax. I mean, isn't that the truth? I sent this to my girlfriends because it feels like we just are so overwhelmed with kind of the state of the world right now. I mean, one minute my friends and I are lamenting and feeling all the feelings about the state of the world right now. And then the next minute we are just sending each other hilarious memes because we don't know what else to do. Hey friends, welcome to the March series, Finding Calm in Chaos. You know, the world can feel a little crazy right now, and it doesn't matter what side of the political aisle you stand on or how you feel about policies or wars. What I'm talking about is just how much tension there is in the world right now, and we are all feeling it in some way or another. This is 9 in 9, Enneagram Wisdom for Life. I'm Jen Stanley. Let's dive in. I mean, there are people on social media right now that are just being so loud and aggressive and bullish, trying to get people to think the way they do, or the way that they're making everyone feel like the way they feel is wrong. I don't really give much thought to that because I don't really respect, this is my personal opinion, I don't really respect people that just kind of hide behind social media and throw their anger out into the world. But here's what does have me concerned. There are families that are not speaking to each other right now because of what's going on. There are neighbors that used to be able to laugh and hang out and kind of tease each other because they had, different opinions. But now that friendly relationship has turned ice cold because of the division. There are churches that are splitting right now, and there are people who are worried that they are going to lose their circle of best friends in their life because of the political tension, divides, and just the unrest that is in the world right now. So again, this is not about what side of the political aisle you stand on or anything about your personal beliefs. So in the Enneagram world, what we're seeing is the three stances come to life everywhere. So there's the aggressive stance, the dependent stance, and the withdrawn stance. For the aggressive stance, we are seeing people getting a lot of energy around these issues and about really needing their voice to be heard and about really needing to convince other people that, there's a crisis going on. This is what we're seeing as an aggressive response. We're also seeing a withdrawing response, which is the folks that are so overwhelmed by everything that they kind of just want to disappear into a hole or a dark bedroom and kind of not come out until the world feels better. They just can't face the world, so they're like pulling away from it. And then the third type of stance we're seeing is this dependent stance, where taking in everything that's going on in the moment, and they're torn on what to do. Should they be more aggressive? Should they just give up? Should they be advocating for this issue or that issue? And it becomes very, very overwhelming because they're taking everything in the moment. Now, these are just a few of the Enneagram insights that I can observe in the world around us, but I wanted to provide this month a way for every person, no matter your number, to be able to know themselves well enough to understand what's driving them, to know what it's going to feel like in their body when they're experiencing a lot of stress. I also want to acknowledge what's happening in the emotional center for each number. I want to give you some cautions, things to be aware of in these stressful times that will lead you down a path you don't want to go. Now, I also want to invite everyone to use their gifts, because we need everyone right now. We need all of our voices in this global environment, this global conversation. And so I want you to use your gifts. And then at the end of every episode, I want to give you 4 simple ways to take care of yourself, to take care of your mind and your body, your soul. So here's a little description of those 4 things. So first, I'm going to talk about how to utilize your physical body to help you find a calm space. This is going to be like the somatic response to stress that our type needs. The second thing I'm going to give you is a question to consider, a way to engage your mind around what's going on and your response to it. The third thing that I want to do is give you an idea about an action step that would be good for your number. Now, of course, there are so many more, and I'm only going to mention one, but I hope that this action step just gets you thinking about what a healthy response or a healthy action item would be for you. And then finally, I want to encourage everyone to start a gratitude journal. Now, why is this so important? As a coach that, I have private clients, but I also have groups, I find that gratitude journaling is one of the best practices for being present and being mindful. And every single Enneagram type from 1 to 9 needs to be present and to be mindful. And so I think the gratitude journals can take a little bit of a different flavor depending on your number. And so each gratitude journaling that I recommend in these upcoming episodes is going to be geared towards your number. So as is true with every series that we offer, I want you to listen to your number, but I would advise you to also listen to some of the other numbers, especially if it's someone that you know and love. I would also love it if you would share the episodes with your friends who have different Enneagram numbers than you. Here's the thing, the world is crazy right now, and things feel so unsettled, but we've been here before in history. War, political divide, natural disasters, these things are a part of living. And so what we want to do and be is be people that are self-aware, that are empathetic and humble, that have groundedness in them so that they can listen to other people instead of needing to fight or to flee. I really want the world to have more self-aware people in it. And I know that sounds simple, but this is the act that I'm taking in this time right now, as I am inviting everyone to become more self-aware, because I do believe that that is the first step towards peace. The world is crazy, but you don't have to be. Hey, I just started this podcast and I am loving every minute of it. Would you do me a favor and follow along and also rate the show? I would appreciate that so much so that we can help spread more Enneagram wisdom to the rest of the world.